What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, former multi-division world champion turned colorful analyst, Paulie Malignaggi, discussed the possibility and the breakdown of the highly anticipated trilogy match between former WBC reigning heavyweight world champion Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder and current WBC undefeated British lineal heavyweight champion Tyson the Gypsy King Fury. Bob Arum, top-ranked CEO, legendary promoter, came out and stated that he believes that the fight could take place in December overseas, right? He also said that it's a possibility of the fight taking place in China. This is what Bob Arum, top-ranked CEO, had to say, right? So with that said, Paulie Malignaggi weighed in on it, and Paulie Malignaggi is under the belief, right? And we know there's some tension there between Paulie Malignaggi and Deontay Wilder, right? And so Paulie Malignaggi comes out, right? And he states that he believes that Deontay Wilder should step aside, right? There's also a possibility, Bob Arum said, the fight taking place in Sydney, Bank West Stadium, right? So Paulie Malignaggi says that he believes Deontay Wilder should step aside and allow Tyson Fury to face off against Anthony Joshua, two-time unified heavyweight champion, British superstar, and fellow countryman of Tyson Fury, in an undisputed bout. Therefore, the fight would then be for all the marbles when Deontay Wilder does fight. And on top of it, he says that they would soften one another up. So when he faces the winner, it makes it, the possibility of him being victorious heightens because they would soften one another up, Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua, and then basically saying that they will weaken one another, allowing Deontay Wilder to have a better chance to be victorious against the winner, right? These comments, in my opinion, are out of line, right? First of all, that's questioning, in my opinion, that questions Deontay Wilder's competitive nature. He doesn't want them weakened. He wants them at their best. Whoever would have, so let's say he did choose this route. He wants the winner to be at their best. He doesn't want the winner to be weakened, right? Paulie Malignaggi, you was a competitor. You was a boxer. You was a world champion. Did you want to face a guy that you felt was weakened? Right? Why would you want to? You want to face, as a competitor, you want to face your opponent at their very best. You don't want them limping into any action. Right? You want them at their very best. So Paulie Malignaggi stating that he believes that this heightens the chances of Deontay Wilder to be successful clearly lets you know that Paulie Malignaggi clearly doesn't think that Deontay Wilder has a chance to beat either Tyson Fury or Deontay Wilder. I mean, Tyson Fury or Anthony Joshua, right? And he feels like they need Deontay Wilder needs an advantage, an unfair advantage. He needs a situation where he has a better opportunity, a better chance. He needs his opponent weakening so he has a better chance to be victorious. Just says that you don't believe in Deontay Wilder. That's first and foremost. And you're questioning his competitive nature as a professional athlete. So, Paulie Malignaggi, did you want to face guys weakened to heighten your chances to be victorious? This is speaking volumes of the mindset and the competitive nature of Paulie Malignaggi is in question. Because if you say, the thought even crossed your mind that this should be a possibility, and it gives you a better a chance to be victorious, let you know that you wouldn't mind your opponent being weakened. And ironically, Paulie Malignaggi always has an issue with 8th division world champion, legendary Filipino superstar boxer, currently the WBA welterweight world champion, Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao, because he said that he believes that Manny Pacquiao used enhancers to have an unfair advantage over his opponents. And Paulie Malignaggi feels like it's not fair. So whether you use something that's created, or opponent is injured or weakening through other methods, why would you want to face that opponent? Either way, It's not the opponent is not. It's not an even playing field, and the opponent is not at his best. So that just speaks volumes to the mindset of Paulie Malignaggi. Deontay Wilder had a bad night against Tyson Fury in the rematch. Anthony Joshua had a bad night against Andy Ruiz in his first fight, June 1st at Madison Square Garden. Right? Lennox Lewis had a bad night against Oliver McCall and against Hasim Rahman, and he was able to bounce back. Lennox Lewis didn't want Hasim Rahman and Oliver McCall to be at there to have an unfair advantage over them to be successful and be victorious. No, I'm sure Lennox Lewis wanted them at their very best to prove that he was better. And I'm sure Deontay Wilder wants Anthony Joshua at his very best, as that fight has been talked about and built up for years now when he does face him. And obviously he wants Tyson Fury at his very best to get his get back, to rectify the situation. So this clearly lets you know that Paulie Malignaggi has an issue with Deontay Wilder. He doesn't favor Deontay Wilder as a person or as a boxer. He doesn't identify with him or his beliefs. And Paulie Malignaggi is still salty over the fact that Deontay Wilder did not want him to commentate his fight because he felt like he was being one-sided and swaying the boxing fans in one direction. And Paulie Malignaggi took it personal. And I don't know how this is I don't know how anybody could say that this is professional, as the platform that Paulie Malignaggi has and the voice that he has and the responsibility he has being a analyst for platforms like Showtime, DAZN, and Sky Sports. I mean, everybody has an opinion, but when you are paid for your opinion to the level of Paulie Malignaggi, you have a level of responsibility to not be blatantly biased towards one competitor. Simple and plain. You're there to break down the ins and outs and the little nuances within the sport to further allow people to understand what's taking place that don't know, from a professional boxing standpoint and commentator and a world champion standpoint, to let people know what they're actually seeing. But Paulie Malignaggi is what he's doing is swaying people in a certain direction because of personal feelings. And that's incorrect, as that's irresponsible on the part of Paulie Malignaggi.